program over to Jason. I'll handle the dog here in just a few minutes. So,
Okay, good deal.
Again, my name is Jason Ferguson. I'm the training director at Highland Canine Training. It's a pleasure to be here with you today. My wife and I actually own the business. We've got a multifaceted business, so I'll just take a little bit to talk about each part of it for you, and then we'll end it with a real quick demonstration of one of our dogs. Like I said, we're a multifaceted business. We're corporate office is based out of Harmony, North Carolina. We're actually in Union Grove, but we have a Harmony address right here in Iredell County. We're a dog training company positioned throughout the Southeast and the Caribbean. We have a location in Puerto Rico, Atlanta, Birmingham, Louisiana, Charlotte, Tampa, I think that's it, and Lake Norman, obviously. And then we have a lot of different parts to our business. The first one is obviously dog training, pet training. We train dogs and we train people. Our old saying is, dogs are easy, people are hard. Training the dogs really is the easy part of it. Training people can be difficult sometimes. We deal with a lot of aggressive dogs, hard to train dogs, and difficult, what are considered to be difficult breeds. And that's helped us develop a name for ourselves in the areas in which we serve. We also work with we have what we call a second chance program, where we work with a lot of rescues, over 100 rescues, different rescues in different states we've worked with so far. And what we do is we do pro bono work with dogs that are stuck in shelters or stuck in foster homes that simply cannot be placed because of their behavioral problems. We bring them into a program. It's all free of charge. We take care of the dog. We rehabilitate them, and then we help that foster or rescue group place that dog in an appropriate home that's compatible for it, and then we offer free training for the life of the dog to the new owner. So it helps out a lot of shelters and rescues, but it also helps keep our trainers sharp working with difficult dogs. And then the other thing it helps out with is our students, which is another part of our business. We offer a school for dog trainers where we have people globally come in to Harmony, North Carolina, believe it or not, to learn how to train dogs and begin their own dog training related business, whether it be pet obedience, search and rescue, police dogs, protection, detection, or service dogs. They come there and stay for as little as 6 weeks and for as long as 18 weeks at our place in Harmony, or either at our school in Puerto Rico, to learn how to train dogs. The students get to work with these dogs from the shelters. They get to learn from that, and then the shelter dogs get an opportunity to live in a home as opposed to being euthanized. Unfortunately, far too many of them are euthanized for behavioral problems that for us are pretty simple to fix in a lot of cases. So our program with that has been real successful. Done a lot of quarter dogs and that sort of thing. Quarter houses in bad situations where these dogs have been put in situations that were just not good for anybody. Another part of our business is we train service dogs. We train service dogs for people with hearing disabilities, mobility issues. We do not do guide dogs for people with visual impairments or people who may be blind. A lot of what we do is we train dogs for people who are on the autism spectrum and with other spectrum disorders. We work with a lot of children with service dogs. We also work with adults. We've trained dogs for adults as well throughout the United States and as well as other countries. We deliver the dogs. We're one of the few companies out there that will deliver the dog to your home. So we deliver the dogs all over the U.S. as well as Europe, Caribbean, and other places. We've got clients looking at dogs where they're not available in South America, Asia, and believe it or not, Europe. So that's another aspect of our business. The third part of it is our commercial detection side, which you'll get to see here in just a few minutes. With commercial detection, we offer alternatives to schools, businesses, and private residences to have either drug dogs, bomb dogs, bed bug detection dogs, all sorts of detection dogs come in as an alternative to having law enforcement presence there. We do it as part of the private sector as opposed to a law enforcement entity. So it gives schools a lot of leeway in how to deal with things. It gives business owners a lot of leeway in how to deal with problematic employees. It gives them the option to get law enforcement involved in the situation or handle it their own. We do offer bomb detection dogs to provide security for places. We offer bed bug detection dogs, and then we offer customized detection dogs. And a lot of people say, what is a customized detection dog? I'm a funny story. We actually, back in the spring, trained a dog for a company called Aquatic Resources Management out of Lexington, Kentucky. And this company works throughout the Appalachian Mountain chain on the East Coast, primarily in West Virginia, Kentucky, some in North Carolina and Virginia. And their job is to survey potential mining sites, wind farm sites for an Indiana bat. The Indiana bat is a species of bat that's 9/10 of an ounce. It's a very small bat, and they are endangered. So if they go out and survey for these bats, and these bats are found to have a habitat in this particular area, no mining goes on, no wind farms go up. Well, the issue you have is there are a lot of, because of the way that they survey, there are tons and tons of false negatives where there are no Indiana bats and it stops work. And then there are also occasions where those bats are in there and they're getting destroyed by mining and wind farms. So in the spring, we actually trained a dog to detect the guano or poop of the Indiana bat that Aquatic Resources Management is using along with the federal wildlife people to do these surveys. And what they found is that their surveys are a lot more accurate now. They're putting these people back to work, and they're saving some of these areas where these bats have vernacular habitat. So we get into some pretty specialized types of detection dogs. Not only will this dog find poop from the Indiana bat, it will not indicate on poop from hundreds of other species of bats who live within the same habitat along this Appalachian Mountain. So, and you got to keep in mind, bats are living 15, 20, 30 foot up in trees. So we got to find a dog that's capable of being able to detect it 20, 30 foot up on hundreds and hundreds of acres within minutes. And the dog that we worked with, we took a little extra time. And there were only two places in the country that would do it, us and Auburn University. And Auburn told the people it would take 3 years to get a dog ready. We did it in about 6 months. So.
What kind of dog was it?
Labrador Retriever. Trigger. It's actually the brother of the dog you're getting ready to see. We bought 2 dogs, they were brothers. This is Cutter in the back of Andy, and then his brother was Trigger. Cutter had more of a aptitude for working around cars and indoors and that sort of thing. His brother had more of an aptitude for working outdoors in the woods and fields and that sort of thing. So his brother's the bat detection dog, whereas he is a narcotics detection dog. I'm going to bring Cutter in. Our commercial detection, we use some common breeds for our commercial detection. The dogs we take into homes and schools. We've got, right now we've got a couple Labradors. We've got a couple dogs in training, some Jack Russell Terriers who are about this big, which are great for getting into small places, believe it or not. They're pretty non-intrusive and they're pretty good with people. And then the other dog that we have is actually a golden doodle, female golden poodle mix, who is a Myra is her name, who's a trained drug dog. So what we'll do now is Andy will give you kind of a quick demonstration of how this dog works, how effective they can be at finding odor, whether it be explosive narcotics. Again, we've got a cockapoo, Cocker Spaniel Poodle mix, who's our bed bug detection dog. It goes into homes and hotels to find bed bugs or even clear places to let you know that there are no bed bugs. And I think everybody within our group has learned a lot more about bed bugs than we ever wanted to know. They're horrible, horrible little creatures that can live 1.5 years without eating. And they're pretty hard to get rid of and kill.
They make you want to wash your hands a lot.
And feeding them seems to be a challenge too, because they do have to eat in order to keep them healthy and reproduce. They're like ticks, they eat with them, so feeding them can be a bit challenging.
So Jason has already planted a hide, so we will proceed to work the front area and see what Cutter can do. Cutter, switch! So he wants to go up here, so we go in.
I think I got just a minute for questions. Anybody got questions?
Got a few more.
Couple minutes. Any questions about any part of what we do?
Do you train dogs just for family use? I mean, someone can call you and,
We do. We offer group classes, private lessons. That's where a trainer would come to the home, work with the owner of the dog for about an hour or so each week. Those programs usually last anywhere from 6 to 13 weeks, depending on the issues you're having with the dog. Group classes is we hold in different places here in Statesville. We hold group classes in Charlotte and Lake Norman. Those are typically people with dogs, puppies, or dogs that are a little more well-mannered. And then we offer in-kennel programs. That's where the dog comes to stay with us for 3 to 6 weeks. Those stays can stay longer depending on the severity of the problems they're having with a particular dog. And that's generally done at our place, around here at our place in Harmony, and again at our other locations throughout the southeast.
Yeah, we take children in the kennel club.
Again, dogs are easy, people are hard. We can do 10 dogs in the time it takes to fill one kid, so. I've got several of my own and they can be a handful. We, again, work with lots of dogs that other people won't deal with. Aggressive dogs, dogs that bite, dogs that have a bite history, those sorts of things. And we deal with all breeds, all ages, small dogs, big dogs, you name it. We work